to about, I have all the tuning procedures, the manual and everything, but I'm just kind of gun shy. You know, I just don't want to flatten a tune. I just want to see if I can go over the tuning procedure on this. That's kind of what my question is. Apparently, it seems to be tuned up, you know. All right, it's swinging about 325 or 350, but it's been stored for 40 years, and it's just been in operation about 7. It was put in operation on the air in 1971. So that's about it. I'll get off, and everyone's sounding good. WB5RON, north of Shawnee, Oklahoma.
Ron, I lost your phone number after the net last week.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
Yes, 405 615 2260.
Thank you, I got it.
Okay, back to the net.
All right, good deal, Ron. Yeah, well, it sounds like it's pretty well tuned up because it's doing you a good job. All right, I got a Whiskey 6, Mike Whiskey Sierra, maybe?
Roger, Roger. Whiskey 6, Mike Whiskey Sierra. This is Marshall in Denton, Texas. And I don't think I've ever checked in with you guys, but I was encouraged to do that today. Go ahead.
Well, we're glad you came on the board. Yeah, go ahead and let us know what you got and give us a little bit of rundown there.
You guys probably would be interested in a whole lot of things I've got. This is a Kenwood TS511S, predecessor to the 520, 530, and 820 and 830. And I picked it up recently and restored it, and it runs quite well. It runs two 6LQ6s and puts out about, well, let's see, 150 watts on the AM and 300 watts on CW. So, but I'm running an amp on it, and I've got it detuned down, and I've got a SB220 on it tonight. Go ahead.
Roger that. Well, it sounded good. I was going to tell you, I bet you got an amp behind it because you're bumping 20 over on my Drake receiver over here, over.
Yeah, I went ahead and you have to, you know, you got to be careful about that because the thing, when you tune the transceiver up, I mean, you got a whole lot more power there than you need for an amp. But I just dropped the drive back just a hair, and it seems to work out all right. Everything seems to be happy now. Go ahead.
Well, it's sounding good. If it's happy and you're happy, we're all happy because it's sounding good.
I have a lot of other equipment you guys probably would be interested in, but I'll wait my turn.
Well, all righty. Just go ahead and let us know what you got going on there. We got time.
I just picked up a Trio, T-R-I-O, a Trio model TX88A. That is a AM CW kit radio that was only sold in Japan. And I've never talked to anybody that even knows they exist. And it puts out about 21 watts on AM. And I'm driving it with another amplifier, putting out about 300 watts. Really interesting piece of equipment. And I think there's a picture of it on my QRZ page, along with all the Collins stuff that I've got here. Anyway, back to you. I didn't get your call or your handle there.
Okay, Marshall. Name here is Guy, Golf Uniform Yankee. Call sign is Whiskey 5, Charlie Mike Kilo. Located just outside of Kilgore, Texas. Over.
Okay, I got it. All right, fine business. Well, seems like there's a bunch of great hams and people that are using some of the old equipment, so I'm going to stay with you guys tonight.
Well, you're always welcome. Got some good sounding equipment on the air, and we normally meet here. The published time is 7:30, but with the band being kind of squirty like it is here lately, we've been starting a little early so we can get as many in as we can.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'll next week I'll talk to you on my one of my Collins rigs. I've got a set of Collins twins and a KWM2, and I also have a KWM1, which is a very old piece of equipment built in 1956, but it doesn't have 80 meters. It's just the high bands. Go ahead.
Roger that. Well, sounds good. Looking forward to hearing it.
Okay.
All right, good deal, Marshall. Glad you came on in. I got two more on my list. I'm going to pick those up, and then I'm going to throw it down there to Jay. I got a Hotel Tango radio, I believe, is what I got.
That's probably correct. Whiskey 5 Hotel Tango radio. Good evening, Guy and Jay and everybody else on the net. Thought I'd be able to check in tonight, and for a change, I'm here. Talking on T4X with a little help from FL2100B, receiving on an R4B, and the antenna's inverted V that I use for everything else. And that's the rig here, although I do have a digital VFO for the receiver, which also helps out. I can use it on the transmitter as well. And looking forward to this weekend. There's a Hamfest in Fort Worth, and looking forward to going there, and of course holding my breath for April. So back to you, Guy. W5CMK and the net, W5HTR. Name is Fred, by the way.
Okay, Fred, good deal. You better carry you plenty of warm clothes. If it's anything like it's supposed to be here in East Texas, it's going to be colder than the well digger's backside.
That's what I understand. Seems like every time I go to Fort Worth, it's that way.
Yeah, that's one of those places that it's kind of like Amarillo. There's not anything holding back the north wind except the 3-wire strand of barbed wire fence, and 2 wires of that's broke.
Funny you should say that. My wife grew up in Amarillo, and that's what she says about it up there.
I worked up there in the summertime back in the 70s, and it'd be 105 in the daytime and 40 at night. It's the coldest place in the world, I think.
Well, it feels like it anyway.
Roger that. All right, good deal, Fred. We'll hope you have fun over there at Fort Worth, and we'll talk to you next week if you're in here. All right, let me get Steve, and then I'm going to throw it down to you, Jay. K0SED. Hey, neighbor.
Well, hello, Guy, and I'm following a hard act, old Fred. Anyway, Steve and Tyler, tonight I'm on a Kenwood 520 as usual, 3001, the dipole up about 40-odd feet, MC50. Boy, what a difference a week makes. Guy, last week I couldn't even hear you. Tonight you're about to blow my receiver apart. Anyway, that's about it for here. Turn it back to you. K0SED.
All right, good deal, Steve. Would you get all those 45s loaded up?
Oh, you bet, Norris. Shot a bunch of them.
Well, roger that. That's the way it needs to be. All right, good deal, Steve. Good to hear you. Hey, Jay, you want to pick up a few KM5QS from W5CMK and the boat anchors?
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm back. I'm not on the 830 anymore, though. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on. It just seems to have lost power. I don't know what's in the tuning or what, but it wasn't getting any better. So I shut her down until I got more time to play with it. What was the gentleman, his name was Marshall. What was his call?
That would be Whiskey 6, Mike, Whiskey Sierra.
Okay. Just curious. I missed it when, because I was flipping back and forth on the other one. Sound like he's got a bunch of good stuff up there. All right, let me see what I can stir up, and then I'll. I'm cheating a little bit because I'm not on the 830, but I'm still on a Kenwood. That's close enough. I'm on the 990 and the Alpha 78. So if this don't work, I'm just plumb out of luck. Alrighty, who that we haven't talked to for the Boat Anchors Net, Boat Anchors Unlimited, come now, please.
Kilo Lima 7, Charlie Delta.
Whiskey Alpha 5, Golf, Fox, Oscar.
OJB.
Okay, I got CD, GFO, OJB, and there was one other that I didn't catch. Go ahead.
W5XU.
All right, David, I got you. I believe that's you. Anyway, let me run with these four. Charlie Delta, go ahead. Mike.
Okay, Jay, thanks for picking me up. This is Kilo Lima 7 Charlie Delta. I'm down here in New Braunfels, Texas. My name is Mike, Mexico, India Kilowatt Echo. And tonight I'm on the Yaesu Fox Tango 901. And I got that running into a Sugar Baker 201 by Heat Kit, running about 500 watts. And that runs out to a dipole up about 25 feet. And microphone is the Yaesu hand mic that probably came with this rig. And I was on here last week, and I was really hoping that Matt W5MIX was recording it, but evidently he wasn't, because the first time I heard this rig on the air, I was trying to run the processor, and it didn't sound very good to me. So I'm running without the processor last week and this week again, and I hope he has a recording so I can hear what it sounds like, because I sure didn't like it the first time I heard it. Anyway, I was at a homeowners association meeting tonight. They have them on Wednesday nights, which really cramps my style because they start at 5:30. And since the net has started earlier and earlier with the band conditions, yeah, I go there and I stay 30 minutes, and they usually last 2 hours, and I bug out. So they're talking about, I told them tonight, I left after 30 minutes, and I told them, hey, Wednesday night is not good for me. And so they said, well, what about if we start earlier? And I said, yeah, that'd be great. We can start at 3 as far as I'm concerned, as long as I'm home by about 6 o'clock. And so they were still talking about that when I walked out the door, so hopefully they're going to start earlier, and I can make my appearance on the best hour of amateur radio of the week. So I'll send it back to you, Jay. That's about all I got. I hope I'm sounding okay. Hope I'm on frequency. Back to Mission Control. This is Kilo Lima 7 Charlie Delta.
Oh, yeah. Actually, it sounds real good. It almost sounds like, tell me one thing, Mike, are you a little hoarse? Has this weather given you a little cold?
I am a little bit hoarse. It's not because of the weather. It's just, I chew tobacco. I shouldn't do that. But when I get a big load in my mouth, then I sound a little different. But that's probably the deal. Go ahead.
Okay. And that's what I'm hearing. Other than that, it sounds great. I don't hear any problems with it. So we'll listen for you later, and maybe Matt will have it in there this evening, and you can listen to it. All right. Next on the list is Golf Fox Oscar. Go ahead.
Come on, you can do better than that. WA5 GFO. The name's Gary. I'm up in Meno, Oklahoma, and I'm running a Swan 700CX, about a 78 model, with a matching 117 power supply speaker. The microphone's in a static bullet mic, and the antenna's inverted V at 60 feet, and I'm putting out about 300 watts. CW continuous wave. That's it from Meno. And I never got your call either. So back to you.
Okay. Well, when you're trying to, this is Jay, KM5QS, Kilo Mike 5, Quebec Sierra. When you're trying to listening to 3 or 4 people tell you all at the same time what their call is, sometimes it's a little difficult to get everything.
Oh, sure, I understand. Just teasing.
I know. No offense taken. Shucks, I'm too old to be offended anymore. I just grin and I just have a good time with it. But Swan sounds great.
Yeah, it has the tube conversion in it.
Oh, what are you running in it?
I think it's 6 LB6s.
Okay. And it's usually, let's see, what does that usually run? 6 HF5s or something like that?
8950s.
Oh, that's right. That's the one that went up. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. That's the one that you can't find anymore. If you do, they're way high. And so at some point in time, you're going to have to do the conversion.
Yeah. Well, you could always, I'm trying to remember the fella's name. This is years ago, probably 20 years ago. We used to talk to him. He was up in either in Oklahoma, I believe he was in southern part of Oklahoma, and he had a Yaesu 101 that he had put a couple of 4CX 250s in. Did not need an amplifier.
What would they put out?
We're not sure. At least 500.
That'd be pretty cool. Well, I am in possession of a Hallicrafter's SR2000 that I think will supposedly do a kilowatt.
Oh, I'd love to hear that. That's a super radio. Those things go for high dollar anymore too. If you get, or is it usable, or you working on it?
No, it's usable.
Dang! Why don't you check in with it next week?
Well, all right. I'll have to go get it. I'll have to learn. Somebody's going to have to tell me how to tune it up.
You can get a manual online.
All righty, I'll look for that.
If I think RigPix might have one. If not, I'm sure there's somebody's got one.
What was the name of that?
RigPix. Where you can look up all the old radios and stuff. A lot of times they'll have accessory manuals and stuff listed down below and free download.
All righty, thank you.
Sure, not a problem. I'd love to hear it. Okay, Gary. Anything else?
No. That's just happy to be here.
Me too. All righty. Thank you, sir, for checking in. Denver, Mr. OJB, the smallest signal in the world. Go ahead.
All right. This is N5OJB, Denver, the weakest signal in the band in Gonzales, Texas. And I'm cheating tonight. I'm running my 7300. But I wanted to be sure and get in there where you could get me on the list, and I think I've got my 101 sold, so I've got it pulled out and everything unhooked, and that's the reason I'm not on it.
Okay. Trying to figure. Are you on that headset?
No, I'm on the microphone. I know this microphone's got something wrong. It's got an echo in it.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I thought something else was going on, so that's all right. That explains that then. All righty. Well, you're on the list, so we know you're still out there. We'll catch you next week unless you got something else.
No, that's it. I may be talking on a 101 ZD next time I get on here.
Oh, that'll be cool. That's a good rig. You'll like that.
All right, y'all carry on. N5OJB on the side.
Okay, Denver. KM5QS with Boat Anchors Unlimited, and I have a W5SU.
Hello, Jay and Guy and all the group. This is Whiskey 5 X-Ray United, W5XU. I am running a TR7 to an L7. And key down, it's about 800 watts. And that's going to a dipole up about 60 feet, running east-west. I haven't been able to check into the net for a long time, Jay, but been kind of busy. I had 3 construction projects at home. My front porch was falling down, so I had to rebuild it. I changed a bunch of windows in the den, and I expanded my shop in the barn. So I now have a shop that has plenty to put all the stuff in it. I started 2 days ago to work on another TR7. This one it dates back to about the first week that TR7s were made, and it's in very good condition. But I want to bring it up to date and to substitute it, and that means that this TR7 then will be on the galley. So anybody interested in a good TR7, let me know. Hey, it's good to hear everybody. Everybody's got a really good signal. Guy was about 30 over, you're about 25 over. I mean, everything is really quite loud, and the band seems to be cooperating quite well. So, Jay, to you, W5XU.
Okay, David. Yeah, good deal. That sounds great. I'd trade you my KWM2 and my 3001 for it.
We'll see. I was hoping not to trade one space for another space, but anybody's interested, I think my email is out there. If anybody's interested, let me know, and I'll give you the email. We'll see what's going on. I have just started reworking that old TR7, so it's going to take me a while to get it all done and modified and put back together and then aligned. The alignment itself on a TR7, at least for me, it takes about a half a day. I don't have very good eyes anymore, and I take my time and I make sure that when you twist something, it's twisted once and then forever stays the same. But we'll talk. KN5QS, W5 X-ray uniform.
Okay, David. Yeah, no problem. At least it wasn't a standard offer. Like some guys say, well, I'll give you $50, but no. Well, we'll see. Whatever you got, I'm negotiable. Really hadn't decided 100% to get rid of the Collins yet, but you never know. The right deal, a fellow might do that. And folks, look up David and get his email if you're interested in that TR7 he's talking on down the road here shortly. He may be looking to move it. So Whiskey 5 X-Ray United is got a nice sounding rig. Anything else, David?
No, that's it. Just glad to hear everybody on the air. And Mr. Guy, say hello to Tina for me.
Will do, David. Good to hear you, bud.
Take care.
Okay. Well, I've been in here for a little bit. Let's see. I guess whose turn is it, Guy? Lynn or Rusty or you or whoever?
Oh, well, Rusty hasn't talked yet.
Okay. WK5R. You want to take some?
Yeah, I'll take a shot at it, Jay.
All righty, go right ahead.
Yeah,
KM5QS.
KM5QS. I got
on
my
the other
listed
station
up there. WK5R. We're the Boat Anchors Unlimited. Anybody wishing to check in, come now.
Whiskey Alpha 5 Delta Sierra Sierra.
All right, I think there was more than one, but I got Delta Sierra Sierra. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Whiskey Alpha 5 Delta Sierra Sierra. The name is Bill. We're in Kerrville, Texas. We're running a KWM2 with a Shure 444 mic. We're going into a 10-tech amp and a sloper off the tower. So that's about it. We're in Kerrville. I just now figured out that you were starting this net or a little earlier. Maybe my memory was just wrong. I thought this net started around 7:30. So I've been trying to check in at 7:30 for the last couple of weeks, and nobody's been around. We're slow in the hill country. Anyway, so maybe it's always been a 630 net. I don't know. WA5DSS, back to you.
Okay, Bill. Station sounds real good there. No, we had to move it up because the band was playing out on us too quick when we started at 7:30. So we've been starting at around 6:15 or 6:30 to keep the band when it's good there. But your station sounds real good down there in Kerrville, home of the Kerrville Ivy Wildcats. Anyway, thank you for checking in. We'll look for you next week. Anybody else want to check in through the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo Echo 5 Quebec.
Okay, I got two there, and I'll get the second one in a minute. I'm not sure what the call sign on was, but you said. Go ahead, Perry.
Yeah, okay, Rusty. Thanks for getting me in here. Well, I'm kind of on one of my usuals. Got the East Kit SB 102, one of them running here tonight. Running into the SB 220 and out through the 450 ohm wire line to my 75 meter antenna. Anyway, that's kind of the story here. So that band seems to be really good tonight. Boy, glad to hear that. Everybody take care. Rusty and all of that controls. Thanks for being here. KB0UO.
Okay, Perry. That 102 sounds good there. We'll catch you later on. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited coming out?
Kilo Echo 5 Quebec.
KE52. What's going on over there in the suburbs of the big city? Come on.
Yeah. Not too much. Not too much. It warmed up here. Jim in Plano. And we're just glad it warmed up some. It's like 56 degrees, and been a nice day. I think it's supposed to be nice the next couple of days. We got the Cowtown Ham Fest coming up on Saturday. Supposed to turn real cold for that, and but looking forward to going over there. About an hour drive up from Plano. Well, I am sorry to report that I'm not on my boat anchors tonight. I've got tons of them. But not tonight. I'm on the ICOM 7610, so I don't think that counts. But anyway, that's what we're on here tonight. I appreciate you calling the net. This is KE5Q, Jim in Plan 0, otherwise known as Plano.
Okay, Jim. Good to hear from you there. And I didn't go look out the window of my tire, but I think it leaned to the left, lean back towards Tyler when you keyed up. We're not but about 30 miles apart, so anyway, glad you checked in there, Jim, and we'll catch you next time around. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. This is WK50 with the Boat Anchors Unlimited. Anybody wishing to check in, come now.
Whiskey 5, Golf Delta India, down in Skidmore, Texas. I don't know if it's considered a boat anchor, but I'm on a Kenwood TS690S.
If I recollect which radio that is, no, it's not quite, but boat anchors are actually radios that have at least two tubes in it, one driver and one final. Or it can be a hybrid, or it can be an all tube, such as I'm talking on here. So, anyway, back to you down there in Skidmore. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger, I didn't think it was. I have an old Yaesu 101EX somewhere. If I can ever find it and get it back going there, maybe I'll can check in on it there. I just was listening and thought I'd see if I could check in there. I'm barefoot with just a wire antenna there.
Yeah, you're coming in good up here where I'm at there. Thank you for checking in there. We'll still be here next week. And you can check in again. Okay, who else for Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo India 5,
Mike, Sugar Mike.
Okay, I got KI500. Go ahead, and then I'll pick up that other station.
All right,
Roger, Rusty. This is Mike. I'm in the Austin area, just kind of west of Austin, between Austin and Dripping Springs. Running a Drake R4E and a T4X and two ladder lines going up to 80-meter horizontal loop. I'm running changed my microphone. I've got a Electro Voice 664, which is different than what I usually have. I usually Shure 444, but trying something different. Hope the audio's okay. KI5, back to net control.
Okay. Yeah, somebody came in right on the end on you there and tuned it up. But, yeah, the Electro Voice 664 sounds just fine. Pretty good audio there. Well, here was another station behind KI500. There, it was trying to check in. Come again?
Mike, Sugar Mike.
Okay, I got Mike, Sugar Mike. Go ahead and tell us where you're located, what you got going on.
This is Whiskey 5, Mike, Sugar Mike. Name is Matt. I'm in the big city of Gladewater in East Texas. Just sit back listening. I am running a SB102 with an SB200 running about 500 watts with a wire and tandem.
Roger. Home of the Gladewater Bears there. Been there many a time. Yeah, you're the second 102 we've had tonight there. Perry's got one up there, up north up there. It was on just a little bit ago. It sounds good there. Go ahead.
Okay, roger that. Yeah, I worked up here at school, been there for quite a few years. Like them Bears, that's for sure. So, like it about 9 years, and I'll be retired and doing something else. Probably doing what I'm doing right here tonight, hope.
Well, I work for the school up here at Wills Point, too. I've been going on my third year driving a bus, but I've been working part-time for the athletic department for 41 years on the football part of it there. Been walking the sidelines for that long. Anyway, glad you checked in and come on back and check in again next week with us. All right. Anything else for the net? I guess not. Okay. Anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited come now?
Whiskey Alpha 5, Edward David X-Ray.
All right. WA5, EDX. Go ahead.
Well, good evening to everybody on the net. Handle here is Byron in Bluffdale, Texas, running a Kenwood hybrid, TS530S, into an old Dentron WLF 1000B. That into a trap dipole up about 35 feet. MC50 bike, that's about all there is here. Sounds like 80 meters already going long tonight. So, good evening to everybody on the net. We'll see you next week. WA5EDX.
All right. Yeah, the 530 sounds great there, Byron, and that's a pretty compact little amplifier, that GLA 1000. I've got the chassis, the one over here, but that's all I got left of it. Anyway, glad you checked in. We'll catch you next week there, Byron. Anything else for the net?
Not really. I'd like to find a set of new sweep tubes for it, 6LQ6s, if anybody's throwing any out. Hi.
Sure, Roger. Well, keep your ears open. You might find some. That old boy down there that usually sits up right inside the door there off to the right, you'll probably have some down there at Belton, or the guy on the back row back there. I bet you can find some. We'll catch you later, Byron. All right. Anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited?
By the way, I don't know who all's going to Cowtown this weekend, but it is this weekend.
Hell, Roger, you have somebody already said that just a little bit ago. Right. Who else for the Boat Anchors come now? Okay. Lynn, I'm going to shoot her back down your way, and maybe you can pick up some more there before the band goes out on us. I got quite a few there. K5LYN, and the boat anchor's WK5R.
Very nicely done, Rusty. Before I talk too long, am I still sounding okay?
Yeah, sounds just fine.
All right. Isn't 80 meters fun when it's cool and quiet and the skip is long like this on a winter night? Really nice. This is K5LYN. My name is Lynn. I'm on the Heathkit Marauder and listening on a Drake 2B. And it was great to hear some people. Perry, KB0UOZ, you were about as strong as some guy down the street from me tonight. What great signals. All right, let's see. Who else wants to talk boat anchors tonight? K5LYN calling and listening.
WA5IGG.
IGG, Adolph. Hey, you're sounding great.
Yeah, thank you, Lynn. This is WA5IGG. Yeah, the signals are really good tonight, and so we've just been sitting back and enjoying the net. This afternoon we're operating on the Yaesu FTDX 401 into the LA 1000A and monitoring my signal on a Heathkit SB610 scope, which I don't think I could ever do without one, Lynn. Over.
Well, you're one of those guys that has the training to know how to use it well. I wouldn't be in that category, Adolph, but you are. And I'll tell you what, you've got that station sounding like $1 million. Well, how are you getting along these days?
Oh, we're doing just fine. We're still doing the cow thing and keeping busy. We've got more projects than we have time for, but we're beginning to get back into the boat anchors a little bit. And maybe the weather will cooperate and stay bad, and we'll be able to do a little bit more work on them. But anyway, everything is going quite well out here in the big metropolis of Blue, Texas. Over.
Oh, yeah. And wintertime is a great time to play with radios, especially vacuum tube radios. And, hey, when you're coming to Austin sometime, come by and see my stuff. I've got lots of stuff you haven't seen before.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to see your stuff. It's just that I don't think I would like to drive in Austin. I'm just so accustomed to living out here in the boonies that, doing things like looking both ways before you cross the street and, all those driving habits like that have kind of fallen away. I don't trust myself in city traffic anymore, Leon. Over.
Well, here it's madness everywhere you look. But, hey, I'm easy to get to. Burnett Road and Koenig Lane, so it's a straight shot in, no problem.
Well, I'll certainly keep that in mind, and I would love to see your station. Well, anyway, like I said, I appreciate you being out here and picking up the net, and it's good to talk to you again. I don't know if you've heard me check in on the vintage sideband net on 20 meters, but I've been doing that now and again. And but that's about the only operating I've been doing lately is just checking into the nets, Lynn. Over.
Well, that's enough. And, yeah, I know you're there, but you and I can't hear each other on 20, but I hear the other guys picking you up. So, great to hear you, Adolph. Let's cross paths sometime. Anything else for the net this evening?
No, that's all. And, we're talking on the Turb Plus 3 microphone, which I think, is the best microphone for these old rigs. Anyway, enjoyed it, and so we'll say our 73s to everybody, and back to net. This is WA5IGG. Back to you, Lynn.
Very fine. Nicely done. Okay, who else for the net tonight? K5LYN calling and listening.
WV5I.
WV5I, is that what I heard?
That's it. Good evening, Lynn. Everybody on frequency.
Yes, sir. You're great.
All right. Well, you're only about 20 over up here. You're sounding great, and noise level's low. It's a nice evening. We're on the Collins House line. The amplifier is a 30S1, running about 800 watts into an inverted V. And the microphone is an Electro Voice 664A.
Well, it's doing great. I've got my mind is right. I'm talking to Dwayne, aren't I?
That's it.
Yeah, it's been a long day. We're doing some big dealing about our house renovation project here, and sometimes it's hard to get my thinking straight. You're sounding great, Dwayne. Any new projects on your end?
No, I'm working on the VFOs a little bit on this S-line, trying to just get them a little bit closer on lower sideband. I think I'm getting pretty close.
That's the old crystal issue, right, about the crystal oscillator?
That and the sideband frequency adjustment. I think I was off about 100 hertz there for a while on the receiver. I got that taken care of.
Yeah, I don't know why Art Collins didn't give us a capacitor, a trimmer to move those crystals just a little bit. That's one of the great problems about the S-line.
Yeah, it is. I think we can get them close, though, and maybe, keep them where they sound good.
Yeah, well, you're sounding great. And the worst one I had, I just bought some new crystals. That's harder to do right now than it used to be.
Yeah, it is. I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago, but that outfit over in the UK will make them for you for a price.
Right, yeah, we both did that. Okay, Dwayne, well, great to hear you. Anything else for the group this evening?
Oh, that'll do it. 73, and maybe we'll be on next week.
Talk to you then. Who else wants to talk boat anchors tonight? K5LYN, calling and listening. Okay, you guys in Mississippi, Tennessee, the rest of you guys in Missouri, Nebraska, where are y'all? Talk to us tonight. K5LYN. Hey, Matt, I hear you. Well, you're sounding fine. Well, the band's been dying, Matt, so early. We kind of kick it off whenever we get around to it. 6:15 today, but whatever recording you can do, we appreciate it, and I enjoy every minute of it. Well, whenever you need a little assistance, there's plenty of expertise here. Just ask for it. It'll be there. Okay, was somebody else trying to get in there?
Yeah, Lynn, you copy KL7 Charlie Delta?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just want to get a little audio. He may not have turned it on for the recording when I was transmitting on my regular comeback, but it's real interesting to me to hear my signal now with the processor off on this Fox Tango 901. I did that last week with the processor on and the processor off, and unfortunately he didn't record that, so I wanted to make sure I get this in here tonight. Right now I have no processor on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the processor's on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Processor on. Processor off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm really anxious to hear what that sounds like, because the first time I heard a recording of this rig, I really did not like the way it sounded. And I was running the processor at that time, and I think I just didn't have it adjusted. So thanks for letting me in. Back to you, Lynn.
Okay, Mike. Well, I would still say it sounds better with it off. But if you were trying to do some DX, you'd want it on, because it will punch through better. All right, great to hear you, Mike. We'll visit sometime soon. Who else for the boat anchors? K5LYN, calling and listening. That might be it, y'all, and I've talked enough. We've been on here an hour and 15 minutes. Let me pass it around. Let's see who talks next. I guess it was Guy. Guy, you want to check in, see if anybody else wants to talk to you? W5CMK, K5LYN.
Jay, let me see. Lynn. Yeah, I don't even know who I'm talking to. This is Whiskey 5, Charlie Mike Kilo, Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. If anyone would like to talk to me, please come now with your call sign suffix. Well, I'm going to take that as a no. All right. Hey, Jay, you want to give it a whirl? KM5QS, W5CMK, and the Boat Anchors.
Alrighty. Let me see if I can reach out with this old Kenwood. Anyone that we've missed that wants to check into the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net this evening. And by the way, thanks a lot, Matt, for all you do, MIX. Anyone else out there that we haven't talked to, come on down. Well, there's been over, I haven't counted up, but there's been somewhere around 25 people checked in so far, so that's pretty good considering. So anyway, I don't know, one more last call from my place. Anyone that we haven't talked to? I'm hearing nothing. Back to you, Guy.
All right, Jay. Yeah, and good evening, Matt. Good to hear you. Well, let's just pull the plug on this. We've had a real good net tonight. A lot of boat anchors checking in from near and far for the finest hour plus 14 minutes of the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. So at this point in time, we're going to pull this little dude out of the wall and unplug everything and say 73 and return this frequency to normal amateur use from W5CMK.
Great net, WB5TXW.
I will second that, N5BTM.